What's up, people? Welcome back. And obviously you could tell I had a bit of an accident. I broke my ankle, I broke my fibula, I tore a ligament in my ankle, I probably pulled a couple other muscles in my leg as well. And I recently just had surgery on my ankle and I'm currently in a hard cast. This happened about 2.5 weeks ago or so, and I probably still have another 5 or 6 weeks of recovery. But we're here, and I want this video to, I really just want to talk about dealing with adversity. And I think it's a really important topic, especially for a lot of you that are watching this as creatives, as filmmakers. Adversity and dealing with injury is something that we don't necessarily think of very often. And it's something that I find that now that I have gone through this experience and I'm currently going through it, some lessons that I've learned, things that I find to be even more important now than ever. And my hope is to be able to just share some of that with you and just to share what I've been doing in this time as I'm healing. And I just wanted to pop back on here and say what's up to you guys and hopefully provide a positive message to you all. For me, dealing with this injury has been obviously really physical, but it's also been very tough on me mentally as well because I'm a very active person. I work out all the time, obviously camera operating, working. Even the fact that this happened on my right foot, I'm unable to drive anywhere for a while. So truly, I'm like beholden to the people around me to be able to get anywhere and do anything. So yes, physical, not being able to walk or be in a lot of pain regularly is tough, but just the fact that I have to be super reliant on people has been really tough. So most of you that watch this channel on a regular basis are familiar with who I am, what my channel's about. It's obviously based around cinematography, it's based around filmmaking, and I tend to put a lot of my identity in being a cinematographer. I'm proud to be a cinematographer, and that's what my life revolves around most of the time, is my work and being passionate about my work. So when this happened, in the beginning, it was really hard for me to feel good or feel positive or optimistic because I lost a part of myself when I couldn't work. I lost travel jobs. I had to cancel a big trip to Europe. I lost work that I was already booked. I wanted to use this opportunity to not just sit around, be negative, feel bad for myself. In the beginning, I did. It was really hard for me not to. I felt bad for myself. But as time went on, I realized that this isn't how I want to live my life for the next couple weeks. So I really made an effort to do everything that I could to make sure that I'm staying positive and to make sure that I'm continually learning new things, educating myself on things that maybe I don't normally have the time to do. And I've really found a major positive impact within myself by just taking the time and taking the energy to continue to educate myself on things. It's inevitable that adversity is going to hit you at some point in your life, multiple times, all the time. Adversity is something that you will always find in your life, especially if you are one to seek new experiences, seek challenge, or seek growth. You're always going to be hit with some force that wants to hold you back and keep you in that same position. And this was that moment for me. This is a huge moment for me that I could have easily just sunken into the couch, done nothing, felt miserable, and got nothing accomplished during this time. One of the first things that I really started to dive into was education on business and freelance life. When I started to lose jobs, I started to recognize that a lot of income that I normally would have per month would slowly start diminishing, and I wouldn't be able to have the same type of money coming in that I'm used to. That doesn't mean that my expenses, my rent, my car payment, camera payment, some other expenses that I have, utilities, that doesn't mean that that just goes down equally and, these companies feel bad for me so I don't have to pay for anything anymore. That's not the case at all. It's actually the complete opposite. Over the past year, fortunately, I have been building up my emergency fund where I have at least 4 months worth of expenses set aside into that bank account. Since I can't work, or I'm limited to the type of work that I can do, I have a whole bank account set aside for me to be able to pay for every single thing a part of my life for the next 4 to 5 months. And that is extremely reassuring to me, and it helps calm me down because of the anxiety that I could face and the fact that I don't have work coming in or I don't have income coming in that I'm used to. Along with that bank account and personal finance, I really took the initiative to start learning more about business as a freelancer. And considering this time of year, February, tax season is coming up. And over the past couple weeks, how I've really been able to focus on learning these tools is through a platform called SKILLSHARE. SKILLSHARE is the largest online community for creatives with thousands of classes led by industry pros across film, business writing, design, freelance, productivity, and a ton more. And like I said earlier, I was really interested in diving deeper into the business side and the personal finance, especially from a freelance perspective. And within SKILLSHARE's platform, you can search taxes, you could search business for freelancers. They also have a tab specifically for freelance business owners. Learning paths are hand-picked classes meant to be taken in order that build on one another, reinforcing lessons. They are available in a range of experience levels, from beginner to advanced, and provide a variety of categories to choose from. I found some really great gems within the video, tax secrets every freelancer and entrepreneur needs to know. I also recently just started another class on productivity, and that one's called Make Your Art, Time Management for Creatives. And the really great thing about Skillshare is that you could set particular goals and utilize Skillshare to guide you in your process of achieving those goals. If you're interested, give it a try. Click the link in the description, and the first 500 people to use the link will receive 1 month free trial of Skillshare. Thank you, Skillshare, for sponsoring today's video. What I realized after going through some of these classes and watching these videos and learning more is that I don't need to be injured to do this. These are things that I learned, I learned new things from that are going to benefit me in a couple months when I prepare myself for taxes, that I could be doing regularly to better educate myself to be a better all-around, well-rounded freelancer and entrepreneur. You need to understand personal finance. You need to understand business to be able to sustain yourself long-term. Besides the business and finance side of things, I really wanted to learn a new skill for camera operating. And this was something that I've seen before, but I didn't really know when or how I'd be able to access this piece of equipment. And if I were to be able to access it on set, would I be prepared to be able to actually utilize it and be proficient in it? Luckily, I have a great relationship with Expressway Cinema Rentals, a great camera rental house in Philadelphia, who I have a great relationship with, and I asked them if I can borrow the Noto inertia wheels. And the inertia wheels are essentially this form of camera operating that could be utilized with gimbals, remotely, so you don't have to necessarily be holding the camera to do it. And these wheels adjust the pan and the tilt in a very smooth fashion, and of course you could adjust the intensity, speed, whatever the case may be for the shot. But Expressway lent me the wheels, and within the company Noto that makes the inertia wheels, they also have a game, and this is how I'm able to practice. And honestly, I spend hours at night sometimes just staring at this screen, learning how to play with these wheels. And this was just an opportunity that I saw. I could learn a new skill while being, bound up. I need to rest, elevate my leg. I need to just sit on the couch, and why not try to learn something new? So this was just another thing that I wanted to try out. And I think it was a really great opportunity for me to learn a new camera operating skill. Recording this yesterday and 2 days prior, earlier last week, if you're watching this, is I did my first job actually. And obviously there were limitations, and I was in a wheelchair the whole time, but the production was able to accommodate me and allow me to operate, or allowed me to DP from just a monitor and bring operators on set. So that was a new skill that I also had to learn. And, I did this on a short film a couple months ago where I had an operator. So I got to experience that a little bit firsthand prior to this job. But this was another great opportunity that forced me to work on my communication skills by just looking at the monitor and being able to elaborate and explain the vision that I wanted without being physical or without touching the camera. I had to communicate very precisely what I wanted to the camera operators, to the G&E team in terms of lighting. And, now that the project's wrapped, I can confidently say that I think I did a really good job. The project itself came out great. Everyone felt happy about it. And I just feel very grateful for the fact that I'm able to work at that capacity. And I just feel grateful for the people that are allowing me that opportunity. Adversity will hit you hard. It's going to hit you in all the right places. It's going to hit you in all the wrong places simultaneously. And it's going to happen when you don't want it to happen, or Not that you ever want it to happen, but it's going to happen at the worst time possible, and you're not going to be prepared for it mentally or physically. But it's how you overcome those obstacles. It's how you overcome this adversity, that when you push through and you're past the other side, who are you when it's all said and done? And my hope is that when I'm recovered, I'm walking again, I'm back to normal, I'm a better person. I have had growth during this time, and I don't want to look back at this experience as a wasted opportunity or wasted time, where I could have learned new things, and I could have improved my skills, and I could have just been a better human being, a more positive, optimistic human being. So hopefully you guys have a great day. I will see you guys next time. Peace out.